Hi everyone, welcome to this video on how to cook with dried chickpeas. I'm Jenna Edwards, your cooking companion, and give this video a thumbs up if you enjoy it. So why would you cook with dried chickpeas versus the canned ones? The canned ones are so easy, and you're right, but there's two reasons. Number one, dried chickpeas are significantly less expensive. So if you're looking for ways to cook healthfully, frugally, dried chickpeas are the way to go. And number two, flavor. Dried chickpeas are significantly better tasting than canned chickpeas. Plus, as you cook them, you control the flavor, including salt. And for a lot of us, salt intake is incredibly important. So let's get to it. Anytime you're using dried peas or beans, they always need to soak. Traditionally, you would soak them overnight. That's, 6, 8, 10, 12 hours in a lot of water, several inches of water, and just let them sit there overnight. If you, for some reason, did not get to think that far in advance, you're in luck. There's a quick soak method, and that's what I'm demonstrating in the video. The quick soak method includes putting the peas with a bunch of water, again, a bunch of water, in a pot on the stovetop, bringing that water to a boil and letting it boil for 5 minutes. Then turning off the heat and letting the peas soak in that hot water for an hour. After they've soaked for that hour, drain them, put them back in the pot and back on the stove. Now, for every cup of soaked chickpeas, you're going to use 4 cups of water to cook them in. I started with 2 cups of dried chickpeas. Now that they're soaked, they're 4 cups, so they've doubled in size. So I have 4 cups of soaked chickpeas, and that means I need 4 cups of water per every cup. That's 16 cups of water I'm going to cook them in. Okay, you got the math? Great. So I'm going to bring all of this water to a boil, and then reduce it to a simmer and let it simmer for 60 to 90 minutes. Now, the discrepancy in cooking time is based on how you're going to use the chickpeas. If you're going to freeze them, cook them for 60 minutes because you want to freeze them a little more firm than you would normally cook them to use immediately in a recipe. When you freeze chickpeas, in any food really, the freezing and defrosting process breaks the food down even more. So if we were to cook the chickpeas fully and then freeze them, they would be utter mush by the time they defrosted when you were ready to use them. So that's why we're going to go with the firmer option to freeze them. If you're going to use all of your chickpeas immediately in a recipe, go ahead and do it for 90 minutes. No biggie, okay? That's it for your stovetop method. If you have a slow cooker, you have an even easier time with this. You get to skip the soaking method completely. Again, with a slow cooker, you don't have to soak your chickpeas. You're just gonna take 4 cups of water per cup of 1 cup of dried chickpeas in your slow cooker with 1 teaspoon of olive oil and half a teaspoon of salt, and then cook that on low for 6 to 8 hours. I will include all of this information in the text that accompanies the video so you don't have to remember watching the video. Okay everyone, that's it for how to cook with dried chickpeas. Now you can use these chickpeas anywhere, homemade hummus or on a salad or one of the multiple chickpea recipes that I have here on the channel. I've included all of that information in the text that accompanies this video, and I'm going to use these chickpeas to make my chickpea curry. All right, everyone, thanks for watching. Please give this video a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel. Thanks very much. I'm Jenna Edwards, your cooking companion.